Let's go. We back with another one. Finna be back testing, framing everything around ICT concepts. Last week's price action, we got some clean price action. So, so first thing we usually do. So, like I said, this zone here is from 9:30 to 12. That's my trading window, and I always start with just deleting everything. I like a clean chart. The moment you get started. So first thing I usually do is find the 8:30 open. The first thing I usually do. Alright. So 12 o'clock is right here. So let's notate that. 12, midnight open. Next thing, notate the 8:30 open. 8:30 open is below us. So we got the midnight below us, and we got the 8:30 opening. Literally right at market open. So we zoom in here. As you see here on the 5 minute, we just literally market open, rallied up. So let's go down to a 1 minute time frame and really break down that analysis. So first off, looking for the liquidity zones after 7 o'clock. That's the first thing. So let's notate 7 o'clock. Seven o'clock starts right here. So we look for the lowest low and the highest high after 7. We got some lows over here. All right. And then we got the 7 o'clock highs up here. We got equal highs. This is what I usually do every morning. And then I'm looking for the external highs if we got on a higher time frame. What is some highs on a higher time frame and some lows? Because I'm bullish, I'm looking for the buy side. So this is my target. Buy side liquidity. This all I need right here. So let's zoom in. Okay, so mind you, my first target, I'm looking here. That's my first target. I see pre-market, we're accumulating. We're accumulating, right? Remember, if I wanted to go up, I wanted to go lower first and to fake out. I wanted to catch the Judas swing, right? You don't want to catch the Judas swing, right?
I can't see the screen on.
So it's come up, it comes back down, it sweeps out this small little low right here, and then expands through these highs.
I can't see your screen on none of my devices. Not even on my phone.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, for some reason, they're both black. Cause I thought it was the Xbox tripping. I'm like, the Xbox is tripping. I'm just on the phone. The phone usually.
Just log out, I can. I log out, but meet flame.
That helps. On both screens.
You see it now?
Yeah, I see that on both screens. Yeah.
All right, what about now? See, like every time I try to screen record,
Live record.
no, like switch to the actual.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
You see, like when I go back.
Oh, there you go. Good.
So now I'm targeting here. We got external buy side above us. So right before market open, all right, right before market open, I'm targeting here. So we already got a sweep. That's key. No sweep, no trade. We already got a sweep. So now I'm just waiting for bullish order flow. Right now, do we have any bullish order flow? When I mean by bullish order flow, do we respect any bullish fair value gaps or disrespect any bearish fair value gaps? No. You see this? So we finally hold. So you see, we kind of hold this, busy, but what happens? We just pull right back. So it's accumulating. Literally, it's waiting for market opening. Right? So now we're waiting. Cool. So we already got a sweep. So we're just waiting for bullish order flow. So let's wait for bullish order flow. Bam. Pause. So first thing we see, right? We do get a sweep above these highs, right? Now, what happens? This is a bullish order block. Did this bullish order block actually hold? So there's no trade, right? We're waiting on clean bullish order flow. So let's wait for it. Okay, let's pause it here. Okay, so now that we up here, we see midnight open is below us, 8:30 open is below us. So if I'm bullish, I want it to expand and not come back down to the midnight open, right? So I see here, it comes up. We got a change in the state of delivery right here, coupled with a order block. Coupled with a fair value gap. Now I'm looking to see, okay, do we actually respect it? Because I'm looking for nice displacement, right? Looking for displacement. There's still no trade here, right? So I'm looking for displacement through these highs. I want to see if we have enough to go up higher. So I'm looking for a nice momentum. Boom, right here. So the moment you see this happen, now I'm like, okay, I could go for long. Let's say we get in here. Stop loss is below this change in the state because I'm not expecting it to come down here. Right? And we got this change in the state of delivery right here. So target buy side. We got a good risk reward. So now we're just looking for clean order flow. Let's pause it there. Let's break this down right quick. Clean order flow. Look what's going on. Rally, we pull right back to the upper half. See how we stay in this upper half? We don't have the willingness to come to the lower half of this fair value gap, and it runs away, creating another imbalance. Nice bullish order flow, right? Creating another change in step delivery. Now, we probably put our stop below this fair value gap, literally in the lower half, because remember, I'm looking for fair value gaps to stay in the upper half. It just created another one here. So same thing. I'm expecting it to, this was the trade that we actually caught. I'm expecting it to stay in the upper half here, and it's rally away just like it did on this example. So either you can scale in and then put your stop to break even. So let's see what's happened. TP. So you see how it's respecting change in the state. We're changing in the state. Now we're holding this new order block right here. See how every time it comes to the line, support, 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 till eventually we hit our target. Let's let it play for a little bit. Let's see where it potentially bounces at, because now we reach TP. So let's see which fair value gap it would pull back to.
Probably the one in equilibrium.
I'm about to do it. So let's draw the fib as it's going. Let's draw. Looks like it may want to go a little higher.
Sell right here.
Generate a new buy side. Time to hunt. This new liquidity. Break this down right quick. We get a sweep. Look at that. We pull back to equilibrium. You pull back to equilibrium in a discount. If you draw, you got the fib from here to this high. See, it perfectly matches. Now you're buying in the discount as it pulls back to the PD array after the sweep. And now remember, you're looking for bullish order flow right after the sweep. What we get a mitigation, get a low, high, higher low, expansion move up, leaving breakaway gaps, then you know that we're not willing to come back down to the midnight open, to the opening process. They're like ready to expand. Where could you have gotten at? Remember, now I'm bullish. I'm looking for inverse fair value gaps. Could have waited for the expansion. This breakaway. Could have gotten in the moment it came back into it. Stop in the lower half. Hit the fair value gap. Wait for displacement. Nice displacement. Use it as an inverse. Are we looking for nice displacement, changing the state to the buy side? There we go. So that's Friday. Let's go right to Thursday. Right here. Delete everything. Same thing. Where's the midnight open? Midnight open is below us down here. Midnight open. Same thing I do every day. Midnight open. I'm looking for the 8:30 open. 8:30 open right here. Same thing. Going to 7 o'clock. We're at 7 o'clock. Right here. First thing we're drawing the highest high and the lowest low. I'm on my laptop right now, so the highest high and the lowest low would be, so the lowest low would be here. And I guess the highest high would be here. So you got market open. Right here, it goes sweep out the house, the buy side, 7 o'clock highs. Kind of just goes back and forth, takes out the low. As you see, it got lack of displacement. Remember, we're looking for displacement. Sweep displacement. It swept it, but look, displacement back to the downside. You could have caught this play, but that's it. Then again, it came back up, swept these highs again. So we kind of just went back and forth. You see here, we're just back and forth. Right, we're just back and forth. So when you start becoming more patient, you start to realize what's really going on. So then we start after 10 o'clock. Because usually after 10 o'clock, that's when that's when we start getting like the nice displacement. So you see, swept the highs, come up, looking for anything that's bullish to get used as an inverse. This example, it used it perfectly. Pull it back to the inverse, creating a change in the state. This bit right here. So Thursday was kind of more challenging. But remember, if you're targeting, so now you're looking like, okay, where's midnight open? Midnight open is below us. We're literally at 8:30 open. So as you see here, kind of tough for the morning, but then eventually kind of like it's not really super clean. So this was a day that was definitely more challenging. But you see here, they got it. And after hours, it just kept dropping lower. So go to Wednesday. So Friday was a good day. Thursday was kind of more challenging. Same thing. Look for midnight open. It's Wednesday. Same thing every day. I'm shaking right now because I'm freezing. So look for 8:30 open. This is the pre-market prep. This is what I usually do every single morning. So you see 8:30 open and midnight is literally overlapping each other. So now going to 7 o'clock.
Oh my God, that's
So we got 7 o'clock. So this day was a little more challenging also. So that's why you gotta be patient and wait for things to align and start waiting for the good, clean order flow. So this was kind of a high resistance day all the way after 10 o'clock. As you see, market open here, comes up, comes back down, comes back up. You see just back and forth. Remember, we don't want to trade. We don't want to trade when it's doing this. Now, it's going to take a while to realize what it's doing, but if you be patient and you wait for a certain place to align, see how it come back into the range, right? So you see it's generating, right, these lows right here. So we finally got a sweep right here. So let's see after this sweep if we get bullish order flow. We're looking for inverses to get used. Got one right here. Inverse changing the state right here. Nice. This is a breaker right here. So once you see this breaker, you're like, okay, maybe this breaker might hold. So as you see, now you're looking for other liquidity zones. So I forgot to do that before it started. So you're like, okay, you got equal lows down here. Liquidity zone here. We got equal highs up here, relative highs up there. So all right, so it gets to the breaker. It gets to the breaker. Remember, if we're leaving breakaway, we're leaving breakaways. So you start seeing leaving breakaways, you start seeing it going, prices moving up and disrespecting anything that's bearish. So I used the inverse here. It colored outside the lines, but you see we got immediate rebalance into a displacement, creating a breaker, low high, lower low, higher high. As you see, remember, if we're bullish, you want to see it stay in the upper half, creating and then changing the state. Look how it pulls right back, staying in the upper half, running away. So you could have caught. So expecting the breaker would have been working from the moment it closed above here. You're waiting for it. Bam, right here, this down close candle, creating a change in the state. You could have jumped in long. Stop loss below, same thing. This breakaway gap in the lower half. You kind of should. So now I'm looking at the entry. So stop loss would have been 30 points at the low of the breaker. So like sometimes it can wick down there, but you don't really want to see it disrespect the breaker. But because it's coupled with a fair value gap, it's like sometimes it could just wick down there because remember the wicks do the damage. So let's just leave it at 30. Let's just leave it at the low of the breaker, whatever, 33 points, and then we're targeting TP1, and then this is a 150 pointer. So as you see, we're going up, we're respecting everything, we're respecting down close candles. The moment we took out this high, create another change in the state. So let's just use this red line as the new change in the state. Rallying. Where did it pull back to? So on a higher time frame, all of these bullish candles, it's a fair value gap somewhere. So it's generating. We get a sweep right here. We should pull back to get a sweep. Did we touch this wick right here? So it almost got to the wick. Respecting this down close candle, sweep it, change in the state right here. Change in the state. Let's draw the wick because it's coupled with a fair value gap. That's right there. ICT concepts for the win, G. And this is 154 points. So that was Wednesday. Same thing for Tuesday. Clear the chart, delete everything. The key with understanding this, you have to do it live. Like this is like an in the moment thing. So we're back testing, learning, trying to figure it out so we can really implement it live. So let's find midnight. Midnight around there. Look for 8:30 open. Look for the key liquidity zones to see where the market can target. And the market just literally ran all the way down. All right, so we got 9:30. as you see, market literally just shot up, took out these highs right here, and just went, dropped off the face of the earth.
Done.
Like, I ain't had that. So last one. It's Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. All right. Same thing Monday, look for midnight. So midnight open is way below us. So it's either gonna just trend away from it or it's gonna pull back to the midnight. Those are the two options. That's how I be knowing. That's how you kind of know if it's gonna be a trending day. We got 8:30 open right here. So this day, market literally opened. So these are some days. These are the days where it's just like you're waiting on a pullback, but it just never gives you opportunity. Like it just open and just runs, leaves a whole bunch of breakaways. This day just ran. So this day the market literally just opened and just took off. So what we got? We got pre-market. Look at what it's doing. Accumulating. Market open. Boom. No pullback. Then it's just here. These are days where you just be patient and you just don't trade. And it's okay to not trade. So that's this week's price action. Definitely this week was very good, was profitable this week. I think I was profitable the last 2 weeks on the live funded. So appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Any questions, put them in below.